It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Lindsey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
60 outlaw, 61, match box, light.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Rock. And Nova. Back. And Alpha.
50 seconds to mine.
Did it.
Now to the air. Lock. Flush to his right. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pilot, 64, with 2.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Now he's forced out left. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Go. Ready.
From the 31, Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Now, Haywood.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And the Raiders have got him. Malik Collins able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run, watch the run.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4 down. 29. 5. All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Carr now to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't doing nothing. 1st and 10. You ain't doing nothing. Whip. Who's right, T? What's the whip? Kill. 6-6. Bullet high.
Shotgun now for Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Bass. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped. Out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Any weapon. Fair. Hey, Zoo. Now.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. To throw, it's Carr. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Carr now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal pop.
And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys have now moved out in front. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Got to give some credit there defensive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr as they have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin them back here at the 7-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. Now Locke. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And all the way to the opposite 48. A huge play there for Denver. 44 yards. Locke now on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And he's got some space here. Pat, there he goes left side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have now moved out in front. Now McManus for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Broncos 31, Raiders 28.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Carr. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
Different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Here's Carr. He's going to air one out. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
59 Mike, check. Express.
To throw his Carr. On the crossing route, complete. That's Bass. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Again, they'll throw with Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
47's the mic.
Carr to throw again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike, check.
93.
Watch the run. 59, Mike. Check.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch, counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Here's Carr to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Carr again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Carr. Completes it to Samuel. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. On 1st down, Carr. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. In for the score. And the Raiders get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's different influences going into the head coach's ear.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We ain't giving them nothing today. 6:37.
59.
Hey, exit.
Check, 59. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me. It's just me and you.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Oh, here we go. Oh, 47, 6, 18. Mike, 47. Down. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check, Mike.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Aguilar has it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, right back to Lindsey. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, Locke. It's complete to Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Lindsey running right. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll go again with Lindsey. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, Team 6. Recon, 132-5.
Shotgun snap to Lock. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
59, Mike. 59.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
You're mine.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos will take over on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Go out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
On 2nd down now, it's Lenzen. And down to the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They run it here with Gordon. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the
coordinator. You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all good.